Hello learners and welcome back to your own channel LIY English, Learn It Yourself. So here I am, as I had told you, with the revision video of the writing skills section of class 12th, that is HSC Final English Exam of Maharashtra State Board. I have made the separate detailed videos on all the writing skills topics already that you will find on my channel's playlist. I will put the link in the description box. I would advise you to learn all the writing skills in detail first with those videos if you haven't yet, as this is more like a last minute revision video in which we will revise all the topics very quickly in this one single video. So we'll not go much in detail of each and every topic. Now, without wasting your precious moments, let's start the video. First, let us see what all topics would come in your board exams and for how many marks. So, as you can see, you will have your first writing skill question, that is summary writing, in your final exam as question number 2B. Then you will have question number 2C, the question on mind mapping. Both of these questions will be of 3 marks. Then you'll have a whole section for writing skills, that is section 3. It would carry 16 marks. In this section, you would have 4 sets of questions on writing skills. Each set will contain 3 separate writing skills topics. You'll have to attempt only one out of these 3. This way, you'll have to write 4 writing skill questions. Each of these questions will be of 4 marks. So we are very clear that out of total marks of 80 of your final English exam, writing skill will come for 22 marks. And we'll make sure in this video that we get the maximum marks from writing skills section. So we'll revise each and every writing skill topic in detail. And I will also tell you which in my opinion will be the best option to choose. So let's start our revision of writing skills, and we'll go in the same order of the question as they'll appear in your exam paper. First we have is a summary writing for 3 marks in question number 2B. So in this question you'll have to write the summary of the unseen extract given in question number 2A. Now let us first see what is a summary. Summary is a shortened version of the original passage written in one's own words. So basically, summarizing means describing things in the fewest possible words. Now let us see how to write a summary. First step is to read and then reread. Try to understand the core of the passage. While you read the second time, underline the important points or words that you want to include in your summary. Then arrange these ideas logically, and after you have completed writing the summary, give that summary of yours a title that will be suitable and apt for the main paragraph. So here are some tips. First and foremost, that your summary will be of only one paragraph. Many a time students make this mistake that they write a small summary but they divide this summary into multiple paragraphs, which is very wrong. So your summary should be of only one paragraph. You have to use exact words. Now what do you mean by using exact words? For example, if I want to say that I walked on the street which was filled with people. So in this sentence, the whole phrase which was filled with people, for the word street, you can replace this whole phrase using the exact word crowded. And I could say, I walked on the crowded street. So this way, you can say whatever you want to say using minimum words, which is the basic aim of writing a summary. Then make sure that you are not repeating anything in your summary. There is no scope. You cannot afford multiple repetitions of words or ideas already there in the paragraph. So try to make sure that you are not repeating any word or any idea. You have to exclude all the examples, quotations and proverbs that you find in the main paragraph. You don't have to include in your summary. And then after you have completed writing the summary, you have to give your summary an apt title and try to make it different than the original paragraph. If the original paragraph is already having title, you don't have to just copy it down. You have to give your summary your own title and try to write the summary as objectively as you can. By objectively, I mean that you don't have to include your own opinion or ideas into your summary. You have to present whatever information is given in the original passage in fewest possible words and as objectively as you can. So that's it about summary writing. Then next we have is mind mapping, which I think is the easiest of all the writing skills questions. What is mind mapping? It is a graphical way to represent information. A topic will be given to you in the question itself. It can be given in any form, be it a direct title or topic, or be it in the form of a little extract of conversation between two people, or be it in the form of a small paragraph. So topic will be given to you. You have to represent the information that you have in your mind about the topic using a diagram. Now, there are many formats of mind mapping. You can go through the internet and find and choose which one you like the most. But the basic one is what I have included here. As you can see, how you have to present your information in this basic format is, first you have to write the main idea in the center, which will be basically the heading and the main topic, and you have to draw a circle around it. Then you have to add branches of the main idea for subheadings, sub ideas, related ideas to this main topic. Then you have to use and add keywords related to this idea or information that you want to present. You can also use color, and it will be better if you color code the branches. So this way your diagram becomes more lucid and appealing. So as you have seen that summary writing and mind mapping, these two questions are compulsory. There is no options involved in here. You have to learn mind mapping and summary writing if you want to ensure 6 marks of your final exams. Now let us move forward. Then we have drafting a virtual message. Now what you have to do in this question is you will be given a situation in the question in which you are receiving a message from someone on someone else's behalf who for some reason is unable to talk or take the message himself or herself, and then you have to draft this message for the person intended. So there is a specific format that you have to strictly follow for this question. As you can see, you will write the date, the time, name of a person to whom the message is directed, and then you will write the main message, the body of the message, and then you will conclude it with the name of the writer. Here basically it is you, or whatever the name is given for you in the question, you have to write that. So this way you will draft this message. Now try to make sure that you will draft this message in a very simple language, and only the most important details should be included, and you will write it in indirect speech. Next we have is a statement of purpose or SOP. It is a written application made to universities to seek admission in a particular course. So basically it is an essay which describes you as a person. So for 4 marks here in this question, you will write one essay which will basically answer these 3 important questions. Who are you? Who you want to become? And how ready are you to follow that path? The format is very simple. You have to write an essay around 5 to 6 paragraphs. In first paragraph, you will begin with your introduction. You will write about your personal background. In second paragraph, you will try to explain your reason to join the specific course for which you are applying or seeking admission. In this, you will also mention about your area of interest. In third paragraph, you will describe about the qualities that you have which is suitable for the career, your awards, achievements, certificates, medals, etc. In fourth paragraph, you will write about your experience or any project or workshop that you had done relating to this course. Then in fifth paragraph, you will explain why have you chosen this college, this particular college or university, how the admission of this particular course in this particular university will help your career. So this is how you have to write an SOP for 4 marks. And then next we have is a group discussion. So it is not a general group discussion that you have on our day-to-day basis with our friends or with family members. It's not that kind of group discussion. It is a formal discussion conducted on a topic among a group of participants. Again, in this question also, you will be given a situation in a question itself where you have to formulate the dialogues or the statements of each and every person in a group. As you can see in the question on the screen, this question is taken from your textbook. So question will come like this, where you will be explained the whole scenario, the whole situation, and the format also you can see with the end of this question: Rama, Asif, Arav. You have to follow the same format. You have to start with Rama, then semicolon, and then you have to write the dialogue for Rama, Asif, Arav. So this way you have to write the dialogue of all these characters that are presented here. Try to make sure that these dialogue should look like they are coming from different kind of persons and different kind of personalities. It should not be basically you only and only one kind of personality, and you have divided your own dialogue and your own ideas into these different characters. As you can see that there are different characters, different personalities, so try to write dialogues that even will show the variety in their thoughts and ideas. So that is group discussion. So now is the time for me to answer the most important question that you people will be having in your mind right now, that which among these three, drafting virtual message, statement of purpose, or group discussion, is the best option to attempt and write for the maximum marks? And it is, for me, drafting a virtual message would be the best option. There are two reasons basically why I'm saying it. Drafting a virtual message requires a very small content. You don't have to write much in this. You have to write a very small content. So the smaller the content, as I've always told you, the smaller the content, the less chances of you committing any grammatical errors and less chances for the examiner to deduct any marks. So this way you ensure the maximum marks. So first reason is less content, small content, and second reason is the content itself also is provided in the question. Basically, whatever content is given, you don't have to add anything extra. You have to write only the main important details that is already given there in the question. You have to just convert it into indirect speech. So I think it is the best option among these three. As you compare it with SOP, it is an essay. You have to write a whole essay. Group discussion also, you have to write a lot. So drafting virtual message will be the best option for question number 4A. Now let us move on. So we have here email writing for 4 marks, and I don't feel the need to describe to you, to explain to you what email writing is. I'm sure every one of you is fully aware of it, and I think maybe having more knowledge than me. So email writing, we'll just go through the format. You just have to strictly follow the format. There will be separate marks for format for this particular question of email writing. So you will write, you will start your email with to, in which you will include recipient's mail ID. Then you will write CC and BCC. I have explained CC and BCC with the example in my detailed video on email writing, and in this video we cannot revise it again because it is quite complicated and lengthy. So if you don't understand what is CC and BCC, please go through that video. The link will be given in the description. So to, CC, BCC, then subject, which is basically the purpose of the mail, then greetings and salutations, whatever it is. If it is formal, then it will be sir and madam. If it is informal, whatever is given, the situation given in the question, accordingly you have to adjust. Then you will write the main body, which will be the main content. You will divide it between the paragraphs, 3 paragraphs maximum. First paragraph, second paragraph, and third paragraph. First paragraph will be about introduction, second paragraph will be about main content, and third paragraph will be about conclusion. And try to write as briefly as you can. Then you will finish this with closing line, which is nothing but thank you. Then attachment, if the situation in the question requires you to attach anything with the email, then you have to write the name of the file that you will be attaching in a real situation. Like for example, for if you have to write an email about a job application, if you're writing, you will have to attach your resume or biodata. So that name of the file should be added here. And then at last you will have signature line, which will be your name, your first name, last name, your email address, and contact number if required. So this is the format that you have to follow for email writing for 4 marks. Next we have is a report writing for 4 marks. And we all know we have been learning report writing since I think 8th standard. So I'm sure you all are completely aware of this. It is basically a written account of something that you have been a part of somehow. In this particular question also, there is a specific format and you have to strictly follow this format. Format will start with your headline. Now, headline can be or cannot be given in the question. Whatever is the scenario, you have to write your headline. If it is given in the question, you have to write the same headline. If it is not given in the situation, in the question, you have to frame one headline for this report. So headline, then you will have, you will leave one line and you will write byline on the right hand side, which is basically name of the reporter, which will be basically you. Then you will write from the left hand side dateline, which is nothing but date and place. Most probably byline and dateline, the information will be given to you in the question. Regardingly, you will adjust. If it is not given, then you have to frame your own. Then you will start your report, opening paragraph, detailed paragraph, and conclusion. You can see the whole report will be divided between 3 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, opening paragraph, basically in your report you will include first what happened, where did it happen, when did it happen, to whom did it happen. So who, when, what, where, these questions should be answered in your first paragraph. Then second paragraph will be a little bigger, a little lengthier than the first paragraph, because it will be the detailed paragraph where the main content will be included. In this paragraph, the question of why and how should be answered about the particular event or accident, whatever happened, that how did it happen, all the details of that event, why did it happen, what can be the reasons for these things. So you will include all these things in detail. And at last you will conclude your report, where you can put a reference or comparison to the past, or you can include the opinion or comment of an important person or a witness to the event, or any suggestion that you can give. It depends on the situation given in the question. So this is the format. You have to strictly follow headline, byline, dateline, and then divide the report into paragraphs. Here are some do's that you have to follow if you want good marks. You have to use passive voice, write objectively. This is the main, I think, first and foremost necessity for you to write a report, is that you have to write it objectively. You will not include the word I, me, and my in your report. Basically, there should not be you in your report. You have to just present the factual information of any particular event or accident, whatever is the scenario, and there will be no opinion, ideas of yours included in this report. Try to write as concisely as you can. You don't have to write too much, like informally, and too much in detail. Write it concisely, to the point, and write in the past tense always, because of course report is about a past event that has already happened, so report will be written in the past tense. So this is report writing. Then next you have is interview writing, which I think is the simplest. So it is nothing but a formal conversation between two people. One is the interviewer and the other is the interviewee. So interviewer basically will be you in this particular question, and interviewee will be the personality that is given in the question. Format is very simple. You will write first small paragraph in which you will write about the introduction. In this paragraph you will welcome the guest, you will greet the guest and introduce the guest to the audience, introduce the occasion to the audience. There is this common mistake that students make, that they write all these things like welcoming and greeting and introduction in the first question only. they make it first question, and there is no question in the first question, which is wrong. So for welcoming, greeting, introduction and everything, you have to write a small paragraph, 2 3 sentences only, and then you have to start your question. You will write 10 questions for 4 marks, and you have to divide these questions like into this order. First 2 3 questions will be about opening questions. They will be the questions on first or most prestigious recent award, success or achievement that the celebrity had. Then you will write the main questions, like around 3 to 7 8 questions. 3 to 7 8, it means 5 to 6 8 questions in between. The reason I'm not defining, there is no proper format that first 2 questions should be about opening, or from third question till 8 question there will be, it's not like that. You can adjust accordingly, but first 2 3 will be about opening questions, and then you will start your main questions, which will be about inspiration. What was the inspiration of that celebrity, and then how did he or she overcame hurdles, struggles, problems, coach, mentor, teacher, family support, turning point in life, success keys, all these points you will include in the main questions. And then there will be concluding questions, which will be the last or the second last. Do not stretch it to more than 2 questions. There will be only last 2 questions, which will be concluding questions, and they will be about future plans and message for the youngsters. So this is interview writing for 4 marks. Again, which among these three, email, report and interview, will be the best option? You can guess very well that it is interview writing for me. The reason again is the same one. Content is very less. You only have to write questions. Only 10 questions you have to frame. Format is also very simple. There is no format only. You just have to write the questions in the serial order. And if you had seen my detailed video on interview writing, you will find that I have towards the end of my video, I have included 10 questions that you can basically copy paste in all kind of situation. You will not have any idea. You are prepared about interview writing, but questions will differ from personality to personality. You will not ask the same questions to the sports personality. You will not ask the same questions to uh, uh, you know uh, film personality from the film industry. So questions will differ from personality to personality. But in my video towards the last, I have included some questions that you can basically copy paste in each and every scenario. So if you learn those 10 questions, and if you are not fully prepared, you don't know the personality that is given to you in the question, you can use those questions. So this way you can prepare your interview writing for 4 marks beforehand, and I'm sure you will get maximum marks in this question. Now let's move forward. We have speech writing. So, a speech is a formal talk to be delivered to an audience. The objective is to express your opinion, your thoughts, and your ideas and views on a subject that will be given to you in the question. Here also, there is a specific format which many students don't understand, and they just write speech writing as if they are writing an essay. There is a proper format, and the basic format is that you have to write in a way, in a tone, that you're actually standing on the stage and expressing your views in front of an audience. So here you will write the heading, which will be the topic given to you in the question, and then you will divide your speech into paragraphs. First paragraph may you will introduce yourself, you will greet the audience, and you will welcome the chief guest. You will introduce yourself and the topic. So first paragraph will be about the introduction. Then will come your main speech, the main content that you have prepared. It can be divided between 2 to 3 paragraphs, and at last you will conclude your speech with the conclusion, the last paragraph. Here are some tips. Understand the topic and the suitable language you should be using. It is very important that you pay attention to the question. The question has given you some topic, and some situation. You have to adjust your tone, your language accordingly. You cannot use the same tone in all kinds of speech, in all kinds of scenarios. So understand the topic and then use the suitable language. And write in paragraphs. That's all. That's what I've already told you. While writing, you can underline the main points. This way it will help the examiner, you know, focus on your main ideas, important ideas. Write in first person narration as if you're talking to audience right now, and end with a thank you. Use rhetorical question. So this is how you will write speech. Next we have is comparing. So what's a comparing? What's a comparer? It is basically the person who compares a show, introduces the programs and the participants. That person standing on the stage is called the comparer, master of ceremonies, or there are many names given like host. So you have to write for this question a comparing script. For example, a situation will be given to you in the question that you have been given the responsibility of comparing or hosting your annual program of your college. So write a comparing script for that. So this way a situation will be given to you in the question and you have to write the comparing script. Most probably the points will be given to you in the question. If it is not given, then these are some general points that you will add in your comparing script, which is introduction. In this you will introduce yourself, you will introduce the occasion, you will introduce the chief guest and what is happening basically. Then it will be followed by lighting of the lamp, inaugural. Then you will say few words about the event. Then you will welcome chief guest, and then there will be entertainment. Entertainments can be like many things, like there are group of people singing, there are group of people dancing, some special acts, some magical acts, all kinds of entertainments that happen during a particular function. And then at last you will conclude your comparing script with a vote of thanks. Next, we have expansion of ideas. It is basically a short composition, an essay which explains the idea in detail. This idea is basically nothing but a question, a topic given in the question. So you have to explain, describe in detail that particular idea in your own words. Format is very simple. This is an essay. So you will write paragraph wise. First paragraph will be about introduction and try to make it as impressive as you can. In the first paragraph only, the uh, meaning or the importance of the idea given in the question should be explained in detail. Then second paragraph, it is not a second paragraph basically, but from second paragraph you will write the main content. It can be 2 or 3 paragraphs also. In this you will focus on words, interpretations and evaluation of ideas. Whatever information you possess on the given topic you will include in the main content, and at last you will finish your composition with the last paragraph, which will be a conclusion. You can conclude your composition with a proverb or a quotation. This way it will be very impressive. Try to make an impressive beginning, then try to make sure that there is unity of thoughts. It's not that there is no specific format, there are just paragraphs. You have to write whatever information you have about the idea in the paragraph. Does not mean that there is no logic or there is no flow. Altogether your ideas should represent unity of thoughts, and you have to include related quotations and proverb. This way your composition will become and will appear rich. And then try to make sure that you are including or writing new paragraph for new points. Don't cramp everything up in one paragraph, or 1 or 2 paragraph you are including so many different kind of things. So try to make sure that for each new point you include new paragraph, and make sure to have a proper conclusion. Then again, between speech, comparing and expansion of ideas, you have to choose one which for me, according to my opinion, will be the best option of expansion of an idea. The reason is there is no specific format. If you compare it with speech writing and comparing, speech writing is It is easy. There is no specific format. Only the important points that you have to make sure that you are including, like salutation and welcoming. But it has to be very, creative. You have to be very creative to write a speech. And comparing, there are, it is comparatively very new writing skill, and of course it also requires a lot of creativity. And so expansion of ideas, according to me, is simpler compared to these two. You just have to explain the idea. You have to basically write all the knowledge that you have, all the information that you have about the idea in the paragraph form. So this, according to me, is very simpler. So expansion of an idea will be the best option. So now we move forward to the last set of questions, starting with review writing. What is a review? A review is an expression of your personal views towards a particular film, documentary, book, or a video. But in your textbook, film review is given, so we'll focus on film review. You have to write a review on any film that will be given to you in the question itself. Either a film title can be given to you, or the genre can be given to you, that you have watched a movie, you have been watching a movie from this particular genre, so you have to write a review on that. Whatever is the scenario, you have to write the review of a particular film. Now format is, there is no specific format given as per boards, but you have to make sure that you are including these things. You can either write point wise, heading wise, or you can write paragraph wise. But if you're writing paragraph wise, make sure that you underline these important things. You will start with introduction, in which you will write the name of the movie, year in which it was released, the director, and the major actors involved in this movie. Then you will write about the plot summary, which is basically the storyline in brief without giving away the spoilers. And then you will analyze the movie. Basically, you will present your views about all the aspects involved in the filmmaking, which is cinematography, lighting, music, and sound, and direction, characterization, acting, dialogue, settings, whatever you can write about. And at last, you will write the conclusion, which is basically the evaluation, your final, judgment, overall impression of the film or special feature of the film. So this is review writing. Then next we have blog writing. Again, it is also a very new topic. A blog is an online journal, a platform where a writer shares his or her views on a subject. It is similar to an expansion of an idea, you can say. Steps, very simple. You have to first plan your blog post, creating an outline and conducting research. This step is when you are actually, writing a blog in real life situation. In this question, you will be given a situation where you have to write a blog. You will be writing a blog, you will be creating a blog on the particular topic, so you have to present that script beforehand. So you have to write your blog paragraph wise. You have to give it an attractive title. So you will start with the title. You will draft a headline that is both informative and will capture the reader's attention. Then you will write your blog, and you will again follow the same rule, that divide the content between paragraph. First paragraph will be about introduction, then you will write the lead paragraph, the detailed paragraph, and then you will write the concluding paragraph that basically sums up the blog post. And you have to make your blog as personal as you can. It is basically about you. What is a blog? It is nothing but what you want to share. What experience do you have? What information, knowledge of value that you have, that you want to share to the world around. So you have to make your blog post as personal as you can. And then we have appeal writing. An appeal is a serious and urgent request. It is basically a plea for some charity, donation, sale, or for creating social awareness or solve a social problem. Now, how to write an appeal? Write appeal in a box. Directly address the people by using words like you, your, etc. use short and well chosen sentences. You don't have to write like paragraphs and so many things. You have to, choose your words very wisely, words that will attract the attention of the readers. And very clearly you have to write. The font should be readable. It should not be like too much calligraphy you are using, and this way it is not readable. So try to use appropriate and readable font. Make it interesting and eye-catching by using phrases, pictures, graphics. So here in this question, basically it's like, open book given to you. You can write and you can draw whatever you want. So basically you can include pictures, you can include graphic in this, you can use your creativity. Give the appeal a catchy title and give an address, contact number, a website. You can see the example I have included from my main original video. This is how you have to write an appeal. So between review, blog and appeal, to me the best option will be appeal writing. Again, the content is very less, same reason, and another reason is that the content will be given to you in the question. You have to just use your creativity and present that content as attractively as you can. So appeal writing, according to me, will be the best option. Now let's quickly revise. So we have already revised all these topics. Summary writing and mind mapping are two questions that there is no options given. You have to learn if you want your 6 marks. And then question number 4, A, B, C, D. There are in total 12 questions, out of which you have to attempt only 4. And according to me, these are the best options that you can see, the highlighted ones. Again, these options are, in my opinion, I think, the best options. It doesn't mean that the other questions are bad or you cannot attempt other ones. The other ones are very difficult. I have chosen these ones, these selected ones, based on its scope of getting maximum marks. According to me, drafting a virtual message, interview, expansion, and appeal. I have given you the reason, right? That all these questions require very less content, and according to me, when the content is very less chances of you committing any grammatical spelling errors, and less chances for the examiner to deduct your marks. So this way, these according to me are the best criteria for selecting any right options. So you, if however feel the other way around, if you feel that there are other options which are better, you can very well choose that. There is no problem at all. So that's it for this video, and I hope that this video will be of some help to you. If it is, then please let me know in the comment section, because it took a lot of time and hard work for me to prepare this video, as you can see, and I'm trying to make it as compact and as small as I can, but I think it will be lengthier. Anyhow, you have revised all the writing skills topics in this one single video. So if you liked it, give this video a thumbs up, share among your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.